Alright, as you can see, it's October 11th, 2012, and I'm in San Diego, California. I just arrived here at UCSD, and today when I got on the Green Line trolley to go to Old Town in order to catch the UCSD shuttle to come here, I was gaslighted on the Green Line trolley as soon as I got on by physical gestures and then individuals who engaged in the sensitization tactics. And the individual who did this engaged in a conversation with his partner, and with me actually even. That's a nice bike. I hope it don't get stolen. And, or something along those lines. And it's called dark neurolinguistic programming, where they put an idea in a target's head about something that may occur before they do it. Now, in hindsight, I went through some of my audio files last night when I got home, and to clear up some memory in my digital tape recorder. And 2 days before they slashed my tires over at SDSU, they had an individual come up to me and ask me if I had a tire pump, and I said no. And then 2 days later, it was actually even a day and a half later, somebody slashed my tires, which of course then the air came out. And the dark neurolinguistic programming, that's what it's called. Dark means it's bad in nature, like something might happen, where they try to anchor an idea in your head that something might happen using language to do it. And so we're going to see if my bike gets stolen here in the next 2 weeks, or if they compromise the operations of my bike in reference to the gears, the brakes, slashing my tires again, the theft of any part of my bike, including tires, or the actual theft of my bike. And this includes along all of my routes, including where I'm temporarily hiking out at in California, San Diego. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I'm a target of what is known as organized gang stalking. And this university, along with how you also is this intercepting my emails for help, and that's a gang stalking, organized stalking tactic and method, which can be Googled. And it's human trafficking rings. They go after single women, single mothers, people on disability, the elderly, and they're into all types of racketeering. Social Services is directly involved in this crime towards me, and as well as the San Diego Police Department. It's organized crime within the system. And you can go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know. And it's a manifesto of a manager of organized stalking crews. And here's another thing, though. The people that they're getting to engage in these physical gestures, which is the part of the sensitization tactics and methods of organized stalking, they're being brain entrained to, once they do these things, people who hold remote neural monitoring, I'm going to put it to you this way. Are they brain mapping these individuals that they're getting to harass a target using these physical gestures and even the direct conversation tactics? And if you don't believe what I'm saying, when you look at this manifesto, it talks about how these syndicated members who are in the system, these syndicated members who are in the syndicate, that they have to attend meetings of mind-numbing chants and pledges. And why is that? Because whenever you engage in a thought process and then the resulting motor cortex associated actions and behaviors that are attached to that neural pathway of the thinking, it becomes a neural pathway. And then it's reinforced in reference to the repetition of how much they engage in the actual behaviors and the thinking. Yeah, and remote neural monitoring is then used to identify those neural pathways that are created and reinforced, and then they stimulate them back into current consciousness to be rethought out and reacted upon. So I have a feeling also, and I've seen other seasoned targets, educated targets, who have studied these crimes for years on end saying the same thing, that these individuals that they're getting to harass a target are also being mind controlled as well. And that's what the remote neural monitoring is all about. So when you think about this, it's not just me as the target, it's also the innocent people on this campus that they're getting, including they're using homeless people. I've noticed some of the people that have engaged in the sensitization tactics toward me in this Bio Medical Library and in the Gillespie Library, whatever it's called, the Geisel Library, they're homeless. And how do I know that? Because when they get up to leave to go have lunch or leave for the day, they're carrying multiple bags. Yeah, I understand this and be clear. If you're living in San Diego, you can tell when somebody's homeless. Yeah. It's not all of them that you can tell, but the ones that are carrying multiple bags and got sleeping bags hanging out of the bags, you can tell. And why is that? Because these homeless people are harder to trace after the fact. Like if they're ever identified, they're harder to trace because they're homeless. They don't have an address. Yeah, and they're bought cheap, and they're bargained with cheap in order to get them to do what they want to do them to do towards a target. And a lot of the payouts are done through neighborhood charities and tax dollars. And the charities, the dollars and the food that's given to these charities that they turn around and give to a person they get to harass a target, all of that comes out of your pocket when you donate to a charity like Salvation Army, whatever. Okay, I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, and we're gonna see how long it takes for them to ban me on this university using any excuse. You would not believe they literally had the audacity to accuse me of taking a video picture of an employee on the 31st, which I wasn't, and then had the audacity to then turn around and tell me that if I'm ever caught taking a video picture of anybody, I'm going to be banned from this library. Now understand this and be clear, they did that so they can engage in the organized gang-stalking sensitization towards me freely without ever having to worry about a video picture being taken of the people they're getting to do it, in reference to how they're subjecting me to the sensitization tactics in the library, including by Bio Medical Library staff. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California, and I make these video files to inform the public about what's going on. They're literally getting students to engage in these behaviors, and as a result, are they being remote neurally monitored as a result? Are their brains being mapped? And if you don't believe what I'm saying, I suggest you go to YouTube and type in John Hall satellite terrorism, and then also review Monroe Macy. She's a congressional candidate for Beverly Hills. She's advocating for these crimes in reference to trying to create legislation to ban the technology that's directly associated to it. I'm in San Diego, California. Google organized stalking or gang stalking and remote neural monitoring. You can also YouTube remote neural monitoring. And when you type in Macy Monroe, remote neural monitoring, you'll find our webpage. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, and I make these videos to inform. Thank you.